powerful ally. Well chosen, Shadowheart.
My lady, forgive me.
Shadowheart, what happened? You were missing for a moment.
I thought I was done for. I thought perhaps I might have been dead. This is all like some sort of terrible dream. But it's real, isn't it? I stood before the night song. I heard Lady Shah's words. And I failed her. Worse than failed her, I defied her. Just because of what that Aasimar said. I tried to leave, but Shah blocked me. Punished me for failing her. I thought I knew the limit of pain that the incurable wound could inflict, but I had no idea. It felt like I was suffering the agony of 1,000 people all at once. My blood was boiling, my hair was on fire. I thought I'd claw my own face off with the pain. But then she released me. Banished me, more like. She said I was an outcast. That all of her children would know me and revile me.
Shadowheart looks distraught, abandoned by her goddess and all former allies. And as for her divine magic, admitting who empowers her now may break her spirit for good.
You are not alone. You have me.
I suppose I do, don't I? You've done more to help me than my faith has in recent times, if I'm honest. Thank you. There's been something between us for some time. A connection, more than friends. I recognized it, but didn't act on it. I thought my faith was the most important thing in my life. I couldn't have been more wrong. I've squandered too much time already. I want to be with you. Now and always. Do you want the same?
I do. I've wanted this for a long time.
It wasn't too long ago that I could never imagine smiling again. Shows what I know. Nightsong promised she'd tell me something about myself. I need to speak with her as soon as I can. What she said to me back in the Shadowfell about the wolves, that's no coincidence. She took flight to hunt down Ketheric Thorm. All I can do is help hasten his demise, and hope that answers soon follow.
Shadowheart suffers. You might be surprised, but it pains me to see. Now, what would you ask of me?
I suppose it was only a matter of time until Shah took vengeance. For the Lady of Loss, she does not like losing.
I wanted to ask about Cazador's ritual. You must be thinking about it?
The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why?
Do you think we can stop it?
Well, in theory, it's simple. Destroy Cazador, stop ritual. That's assuming we want to stop the ritual. What? I've obviously thought about it. If I was the one who completed the ritual, I'd have such power. And I could walk in the sun without fear I'd turn into a mind flare.
And the souls that need to be sacrificed?
I don't relish it, but my siblings lured thousands of people to their deaths over the years. I doubt Baldur's Gate would miss them. Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it certainly is tempting.
What do you intend to do about Cazador's ritual?
Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble, a little reclusive perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure.
The giant gothic monstrosity has been inhabited by vampires this whole time?
I know. Subtle, isn't it?
Raphael's playing a dangerous game, giving you Mephistopheles' secrets.
Mephistopheles is one of the lords of the Nine Hells. Raphael is not going to let any ire be tracked back to him. Perhaps Raphael even will gain from setting us on this course, who can say? All I know is I need to unravel the secrets around Cazador's ritual. And I can only do that in Baldur's Gate.
Poor Shadowheart. The gods are nothing if not vindictive in their vengeance.
Shah called Shadowheart nothing. But I know better than that. She is something. She is worthy. She is strong. She is Shadowheart. Nothing can take the her from her. Not even a goddess.
I hate seeing Shadowheart suffer like this. All for doing the right thing. It's up to us to look after her now. If she needs a rest, we carry her. If she needs a hand, she has ours. If she needs ears, we've got 4 between us. Whatever she needs.
Shah's ire has shaken Shadowheart. And yet she goes on. There is untold strength there, I feel.
If Bowman says I'll be alright, I'll be alright. I wish it was different. I wish Mum and Pops was here.
You've been so strong. They'd be so proud of you.
I don't feel so strong. Or anything, really. Just tired. You wanted something?
How are you feeling?
Do you really need to ask? I'm sorry. I have a lot on my mind. The shadow fell. Night song. I can think of little else.
Night Song. She mentioned your fear of wolves, just like you shared with me. That's no coincidence.
That's not the first time you've made such a leap. But perhaps there's more to it than I know, or would care to admit.
Night Song will be able to give you answers when the time comes.
The sooner I speak to Night Song, the sooner I'll know what the future holds for me. Assuming I have a future at all.
I'm here for you, if you need me. I thought you might have needed reminding after everything.
Thank you. I think any attempts at comforting me might be in vain just now. But you're sweet to keep me in your thoughts.
There you are. What's happening out there? Who was that streaking across the sky?
Isabel. I found the empty sarcophagus of an Isabel Thorm, Ketheric's daughter.
An unfortunate coincidence. I hope never to meet the wicked man who hemorrhaged shadows over this peaceful village.
Her name is Nightsong. An immortal Ketheric had trapped within the Shadowfell.
An immortal? But it couldn't possibly be. Never mind. It doesn't matter. What matters is you have him in a corner. Jaheira and every fighting body in this place have gone to Moonrise Towers to face Ketheric down. She's waiting for you there. End this. Now. We're all counting on you.
You had something to do with the light, right? I knew it! This is the end for Ketheric. Stuck up while you can.
I don't think I've ever seen Harpers move so fast. What in the hells is going down at Moonrise?
Half this place cleared out when the sky lit up. I'm staying put until I know what's what. I suggest you do the same.
You're still here. Thought you'd be halfway to Moonrise and leading the Harper's charge on the tower. Go on. The day needs saving.
What to do?
Unshackled from shadows, she will rise in moonlit glory and carve a path of brightness to the accursed one's second death. So saith the wise Alondo. That beacon of angelic wrath has taken the fight to Ketheric on the rooftop, and the first line of defense are dead. But storming the tower won't be easy, and if we wait too long, Ketheric will gather his strength and retaliate. For now, though, he's on the back foot for the first time since he returned from the grave. This is it. The spearhead moment. You brought us this far. So how shall we proceed?
We move in and secure the ground floor first, cut off all exits.
A sound strategy. Once it's done, me and my Harpers will hold the ground floor while you hunt down the General himself. Floric left some of her flaming fist. They'll scout the prisons and the barracks below to ensure we're not taken by surprise. Say the word, and we're off.
Actually, I'd rather you join my party, Jaheira.
I'm touched. But I'm already spoken for.
Ketheric is a formidable foe. I have need of a formidable ally.
Very well. Side by side we'll stand, as we'll rip true souls from a false god. As good a prophecy as any. At the ready, Harpers! In this light, there will be victory. In this light, we will avenge the fallen! The time has come. Ketheric will taste of death at last.
Way to the Sea of Swords,
You dare show yourself here after all you've done? You have betrayed me. You have betrayed General Thorm. You have betrayed our god! And for what? These Harpers. Moonrise will be their tomb, and in death, you will all serve the Absolute.
I've looked forward to killing you since the moment we met.
You hid it well. I thought you'd be another notch on my bedpost, but instead I'll make a trophy of your bones. Boys, make them bleed.
an illithid parasite in that corpse. You should take a look.
Missive from Gortash. General. Given what we know from my research about the Gith artifact, I can't emphasize enough how critical it is that it be recovered. The power that artifact contains can boost our own efforts to unforeseen levels, but if it fall into the hands of enemies of wit and persistence, it could bring down all of our plans and schemes. The body of our hand-picked captain for the artifact raid wasn't found in the wreckage of the Nautiloid, and I'm not at all easy in my mind about that fact. Find the artifact. Employ rigorous means. Do not fail. Lord Gortash. Balthazar, I thank you for returning what was mine, and have no doubt all will be well once the war is won. After that, I believe our business will be concluded. A different life, a better life, awaits. General Ketheric Thorm. Elder Brain Domination. Confidential, dictated to Scribe Yen thus by General Ketheric. Yen Gortash's plan to enslave a illithid elder brain and make it our marionette under control of the Crown of Karsus has proceeded almost without flaw, barring the slight delay while our Balist allies sorted out their leadership conflict. The weak point must surely be the sharing of the Netherstones. It was necessary to secure my engagement and that of the murder cult, but eventually it's certain to fracture our fragile alliance. Clearly, all 3 Netherstones must be controlled by a single leader, me, by preference, but not until after all the stakeholders have made their essential contribution. Gortash fears that, energized by the dark energies of the Crown, the brain we now call the Absolute will eventually metamorphose into something new and more difficult to control. If he's right, the need to invest the power of the Netherstones in a single wielder is urgent. Even more so in that Enver Gortash, at least, must be thinking the same way. Letter to Ketheric. My darling husband, I know my time is drawing near. I don't want to leave you, I don't want to leave our little girl. But I'm not writing to lament our lot. It's ours and no others. Though the city of judgment is dark, I know Our Lady's light will find me even there. I will see her shining spires and walk the silver gardens we've both dreamed of. I go to my reward and leave quite a task to you yet, my heart. Saloon's light shines bright in our little one, but she will need a guide to keep her path. I have no doubt that she will keep you on yours. It is the same path, Our Lady's path, and one day I know it will bring you both back to me. Only not too soon, I hope. I won't say goodbye. There is no loss, only temporary separation. How I love you, forever, Melodia.
A letter from Ketheric's wife. Sounds like she loved him very much.
You. What have you done? What have you done to me?
Melodia wanted more for you than this Ketheric. Stop, and you may redeem yourself yet.
There is no redemption, can't you see? It is too late. If Melodia could see all I've done, she'd know. She'd know her husband died long ago with Isabel. Unlike Isabel, he could not be brought back.
Melodia is waiting for you in the afterlife. Return to Saloon, and your souls will be reunited.
I wish it could be so. I do. But the Moon Maiden did not intervene when my life was dismantled piece by piece. And when I tried to buy it back, it cost me everything. Everything. We are copper pieces in their belts. tokens to be traded for scraps. You have beaten me, true soul. But the gods beat me first.
I can help you, Ketheric, if you let me.
Ketheric Thorm!
Aelin.
Rise, you dog! Retribution has come, and her sword is my sword.
Wait. Ketheric has surrendered.
Ketheric Thorm would sooner die than lay down his rank cause. Isn't that right, General?
I was a fool to hesitate. Power like mine cannot be hidden, cannot be cowed. But power like mine has a price. A price I am destined to pay. You have one last chance to bow. Once it's gone, I'll have no choice but to destroy you both. Do you hear? Bow! The prison. You've had it all this time, you worm. You will bow before me. And if you will not bow, you will break.
He will crumble at the power of your touch. Give him all you have. The gods fight at our side!
Your attack, soldiers! Enough. My lord beckons me. You must return to your prison, and my daughter must be reclaimed.
Your daughter? Isabel.
As sure as she. This has only begun.
We're not finished here. Not until Thorm's dead for good.
The General will call that a tactical retreat, I'm sure. But you have him on the run. That thing he summoned was illithid. Follow it below and find him, before he has a chance to subdue the Night Song again.
You and your harpers aren't coming?
Better they stay here, and hold the tower should Ketheric's army catch wind of our assault. But if you have room for one lone soldier, I would face Ketheric by your side.
Do you know what to expect when we find him?
Theory and supposition, none of which will help us in the fight to come. Ketheric must die, and the Absolute with him. We will work out the details as they rear their ugly heads.
Do you really think your soldiers can hold out against an entire army?
If our luck holds, they won't need to. If it doesn't, well, they are Harpers. Being outnumbered is part of the job. But the sooner we reach Ketheric and rob his army of their reason to fight, the better.
Join me.
At your command.
You wanted something?
I need you to stay here in camp for now.
For the best, perhaps. More difficult for me to ruin things if I just keep out of the way.
That's not what I meant. I'm sorry.
The hole yawns back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This is an Illithid colony. This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
I wager that devil I meant to rescue somewhere near.
Your father, too, if our fortunes are so kind.
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the Absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest.
Where am I needed?
To do.
Descend. Prepare. Liberate.
The stench. I wonder how many pilgrimages to Moonrise ended down here.
Friend, you found the helm. We remember you well. You saved us once. Perhaps you can do it again? They are not kind to us here. We are different, they say, aberrant. They wish to repurpose us, destroy what they cannot fix. Please, help us escape harm.
I'll free you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you! You are a good friend. No. More. Rescuer!
Wonder what's past this.
No! No touch! It is wrong. Other.
You're right. It is other, so let me take it away.
You sing wrong song too. In wrong voice. Sing other song together then. But away from here.
We are free! Thank you, friend. But perils remain, near and far. Better to stay together. You and us, we will remain with you. Call us, and we will be at your side.
So much blood. The Illithids take what's useful and discard the rest. An offering from Moonrise Towers.
Mind flayers and civilians, side by side. This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
The device releases a stream of fragmented memories and emotions, all that remains of the pod inhabitant's former self. Courage, conviction, defiance. Even as her organs began to dissolve, she believed she could resist. You remember the shattered windows of Elturel's High Cathedral, the burning black sky of Avernus beyond. In its horror, the blood war unites you. Tiefling, dwarf, and elf alike huddle behind the shields of your paladin order, waiting for salvation. But when it comes, disunity, the returned city casts your people out, the devils who dragged them down to hell. In the end, it is not your paladin oath that is broken. It is your faith itself. Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet illithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
I have to release them.
I didn't think I was going to make it. Thank you. The Blade of Frontiers. The savior I needed, if not the one I deserved. I owe you an explanation. Much more than that. But first, please, the others, the ambush. Tell me they survived?
They found refuge, but what the hell's happened out there, Zevler?
You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That I froze, or broke, or some other lie that is kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard her, their false god, whispering promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. Everything I needed to protect my people. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. Finish what you came here to do. I dare say you've done enough for me.
Oh, stench. I'm beginning to think I should have stayed in that pod. In there it only smelled like me. Is there any news about Duke Ravengard? Did he get out alive? No. Tell by your expression. Gonna have to fall on my sword, aren't I?
I don't know how to thank you. I thought I was done for. This is a bleeding shit show. Half my squad's dead, the other half sporting tentacles. We came here to rescue Duke Ravengard. But we didn't stand a chance.
Did you see the Duke?
Yeah. He was in one of the pods. The cultists took him away. He was still human, and still trying to put up a fight.
Brine pools, but empty of tadpoles. Unusual. Harvesting all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
That pod. Is that Mizora inside?
Mizora? You're Zariel's asset.
My dumb little stinker. Took you long enough. Now, by Grazit's cock, get me out of this thing!
I'll do it, and you'll set me free. That was the deal.
Yeah. So, get to it already.
The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority. You can make no sense of the symbol. You decipher the symbol. It's an illithid sigil, meaning unleash.
You did all right, Will. I'd give your belly a good rub, but never could stand the smell.
You're free, Mizora. I held up my end. Now you hold up yours. Sever the pact.
Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soulbearer from all obligation within 6 months.
6 months? Gods damn you!
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you.
You'd think we'd get a reward for going through all this trouble.
Another one? Well, after jumping through all those hoops, a little treat wouldn't hurt. All that power. And to think you want to throw it away. Now, you've got business in the towers to take care of. Don't you fret. I'll find you soon enough. You're going to need me. Count on it. Oh, and go ahead. Tell your chums how we met. It's a real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.